of the Philippine Association for Graduate Education. Let us welcome Dr. Joseph Refugio.
Thank you again, Doc Nolly, and your co-host, Madam Jenny. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant greetings to all. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The only way to discover the limits of possibilities is to go beyond them into the impossible. Thank you for this great opportunity to deliver this talk to the global business leaders as we explore this steering topic, breaking boundaries, innovating for global success. J.D. Meir stressed in his article, The Power of Innovation, Shaping the Better World, it says, innovation is a skill we can use to imagine a better, brighter future and to bring good dreams to life. Innovation is a reflection of our ability to funnel our creativity, channel our energy, and shape the future in the direction of our dreams. According to the article written by Jim Eutner entitled Breaking Boundaries, he reiterated two kinds of boundaries breaking. The first is the breaking of boundaries within our minds, believing in something that others think is impossible and then making it happen. This kind of boundary breaking is often scientific in nature and involves overcoming beliefs about what is technically possible. The second kind of boundary we face is not in our minds, but in the collective minds of organizations. Just as we as individuals place limits on what is possible, though companies, technical communities, and other established enterprises, once the technical boundaries are broken, the organizational ones must be addressed if the breakthroughs are to have any impact. This is hard because organizations like people have defensive routines that block change. In an increasingly interconnected world, the boundaries that once confined us are dissolving. National borders, cultural divides, and technological barriers are no longer insurmountable obstacles. Instead, they are opportunities waiting to be seized by those bold enough to innovate. Turaga, in his paper Breaking Paradigms for Creative and Success, said, a deeper proof into the situations, however, many times shows that not all organizations encourage and foster the culture of creativity within, and not all create space and time for their employees to think creatively and innovatively. But studies also show that even in organizations where there is a culture of creativity and encouragement to constantly brainstorm and generate ideas, there is a dearth of innovation. Sun and Ding stress in their paper Innovation Around Boundaries, Theory and Application that in the complex business world, innovation is often subject to various boundaries. Only companies that can innovate under boundary constraints can achieve higher returns than the market average. From the book entitled The Other Side of Innovation, it says that the real innovation challenge lies beyond the idea. It lies in a long, hard journey from imagination to impact. The power of innovation is all around us, shaping the world we live in and shaping our lives. It has the ability to bring about positive change, create new opportunities, and solve problems in ways that were previously impossible. Ratish Pandey said, and I quote, breaking boundaries is a strategy in entering the global market, and expanding into global markets demands a comprehensive strategy that includes meticulous planning, market research, strategic localization, strong partnerships, and innovative digital tools. Breaking boundaries and innovating for global success, it's not just about technological advancement and creating new products. It is about reimagining what is possible and working together to achieve it. It's an ability to inspire and empower individuals to bring their unique ideas and perspectives to the world. It's about improving our world and our lives. It's about making things better, solving problems, and making life more meaningful. And to achieve this, it requires courage, vision, and a commitment to inclusivity and collaboration. As we embark on this journey, let us remember that the greatest innovation often come from most unexpected places. By nurturing a culture of innovation and breaking down boundaries, we can create a world that is more connected, more equitable, and more affluent for all. Thank you to all.
Thank you very much for that very inspiring and insightful talk. I really appreciated your comments about companies being bold enough to innovate. You know, this takes a mindset of change and problem solving, and as you pointed out, breaking boundaries. So thank you very much for bringing those comments to our session today. Thank you kindly. I'm delighted now to introduce our next speaker. Joining us from the United Kingdom is Professor Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu, the visionary leader of Yes You Can International. As a partner and collaborator of International Business Conference Series, her work as a multi-awarded business professional and author has inspired countless individuals, including myself. I am delighted to introduce Dr. Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. I hope I won't be cut off because my car is just in the tunnel at the moment. But I believe that there is a purpose for us coming together. First of all, I want to appreciate and acknowledge all our great leaders on this platform. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your time. And I also want to appreciate Professor Raymond Basuela from Philippines for giving us the opportunity to connect and also to collaborate together in this business conference. I want to appreciate all my great leaders on this platform. I salute you all for the great jobs that you are doing in the whole world. Thank you so much because we believe in your impartation and we are enjoying your input into the world. We are talking about breaking barriers, which is very
Well,
You mentioned about going to a tunnel,
oh, I see.
and the tunnel is around 30 kilometers long. So just like waiting for uh, for the Apollo 11 to come back for around 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes silence before radio communications can be brought back again.
Are you back with us?
I am back. I am. Let me see. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Yes. So I want to say thank you so much once again for giving me this opportunity to share on this platform, meeting on my great leaders. I want to thank even Madam Janie and also our great leader, Dr. Nolly, for always organizing this program. I want to say thank you so much, ma'am. Now, let me continue. We are talking about breaking barriers. And yes, we can break barriers. The only way we can break barriers and look into the future and embrace change and embrace new order, new innovation is by us having an open mind. Because if we are not open, if we are not opening our minds to new things, then we're just going to be stand still and just be doing things the same way we always doing it. So we need to open mind ourselves. Another thing also is sometimes we might be operating on a fixed mindset. So if we can shift our mindset from fixed to growth and embrace new ideas and work together with others, then we can strive and embrace the future. Another thing I also want to say as well is this power of collaboration. But we are not just going to be collaborating with one another or partnering, but we want to see commitment, because commitment is actually the power force for success. So when we are committed to one another, working together, standing together, working together, then we can reach our goals, we can achieve together, and we can hold on to the future. It's very important that we are committed to our collaboration. I don't want to say too much because I want to also learn from my great leaders on the platform. But one thing I know, that every month at this time, 20th of every month, we are all gathering together. We will not go weary and we will not go tired, because and we can present ourselves to the world, other people. Business as usual is not applicable anymore. We need to break free. We need to break free. We need to break the barrier. We need to stand out. We need to come out of our comfort zone, and we need to work together and build our trust, our relationship. And yes, we can make it to the future and also to add to the success of the economy of the nation. And yes, we can. So I want to say thank you so much for inviting me. Just be courageous. Let's work together. Let us not go weary, because it is time for us to break free and to embrace new innovation and new challenges. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.
Okay, God bless you too, Dr. Queen Elizabeth. So the takeaway, when we try to break barriers, we try to embrace change. We embrace also our challenges, so we can have our future as our ally. When we adapt swiftly, it is the hallmark of a boundary breaking business. Thank you for those nuggets of wisdom. So probably if we have dinner also, we have chicken nuggets as well. Okay, care of Dr. Queen Elizabeth from United Kingdom. Our next speaker today is Dr. Steve Christopher Wong, an esteemed educator, researcher, and head of the Philippine Chan Kuang High School in San Juan City, Metro Manila. His passion and dedication to education resonate through his work, making significant impacts on students and the academic community. Let us welcome Dr. Steve Christopher Wong.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all. Okay. So my sharing for today is about the business model innovations. Okay. So due to the changing human demands and times, commercial products must keep up with the times. So we have to make anything that's up to date, even our business, our products. So the key to the business success today lies in moving from tradition to innovation. Okay, so we have to change, to update our traditional things, traditional ways or traditional mindsets to something new in innovation. But we should not stop there, and from innovation to exceed the expectations. So the secret to successful business model innovation, okay, wait. So the success of the secret to the successful business model innovation is in the decision-making processing. It's rational. So it is essential to view business innovation as a reliable and sustainable strategy. By using this framework, a business organization can be more effective, organized, and open up its innovation processes. making the transformation of its business model a continuous and comprehensive process. So when we say innovation, okay, actually innovation doesn't require new technologies or new markets. So this is something that confuse our mind. So we have to change this one. So we have to change our product, or we have to learn something new, a new technology to create a new product or a new services. No. Actually, it only involves using existing technologies to produce existing products and obtain existing goods. So we still have to use our existing one. The challenge for business organizations is defining business model innovation. So due to the lack of the framework and systematic process for identifying opportunities, innovation often consists of personalized actions aimed at the specific situations. And as a result, many businesses miss low-cost ways of increasing their revenue and productivity. So we believe, and I believe, that the business model innovations involves changing these decisions. What your product is, what your decisions are made, who makes the decisions and why, and these beneficial changes can simultaneously increase a company's profit. So actually, we have to have a system how we shift from traditions to a new one, the innovated one, and how can we exceed our expectations on that. So the one example is the Netflix. Okay, so with the introduction of its subscription-based movie and TV show streaming strategy, Netflix completely changed the home entertainment market. They replaced the traditional DVD. Actually, I'm the one also. I have met the CD, and I also witnesses the birth of the Laserdisc and the what do we call that, Betamax and VHS. Okay, I have witnessed this kind of transformation from the very traditional one, the first generations of viewing movies at our home, the home entertainment, the Betamax, to the current now. Right now, we only need internet. It's a Netflix. We didn't change anything from there. We just improve the existing product. Okay, due to the modern times needs. Okay, so as I mentioned, they replaced the traditional DVD rentals with a digital platform that allows consumers to access contents on demand for a monthly subscription fee by utilizing technical innovation. So this is one example that will not necessarily new. We have to adopt a new one, a new technology or something new product. We just improve our product that suits the needs of the present time. Okay, so that's innovation. Then, how can we innovate our business organizations model? Okay, so I will mention 8 guidelines. So that will help you to give you a reference how to innovate your business organization model successfully. One is we have to have this mindset, that the mentality of customer first. We have to think of our customer, and as mentioned by Queen, so we have this growth mentality, this growth mindset. It's not a fixed mindset. Next, of course, we should have this cross-functional and cooperative approach. Okay, so this is utilizing a range of viewpoints from various departments and teams within a company or within a group of persons who has the same interests. Okay, next is we should have this data-informed decision-making. That means we can utilize analytics and data to guide your decision-making. So we just don't make decision. So we should have a concrete proof. We should have some info or data that's from how we formulate from, just like we just gathered from for a survey or from our observations or from an interview, just like this. Okay, and actually, then we should have an open innovations and outside perspective. Look outside of your organizations for ideas and perspective. This is similar with doing our SWOT analysis, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Next is we have to protect our intellectual property. These things came from us. We have this intellectual property. We should protect our intellectual property because our product. We should improve our product from time to time to fit the present time's needs. if we don't have this our own intellectual property, if somebody gets our ideas or gets our product, they will be the one that will goes ahead of you. They will be the one who can achieve ahead of you of the success you deserve. Okay, so this is one way of protecting your idea and your products. Of course, that we should have this long-term viability in scalability. So when creating company model, take a long-term viability and scalability into account. Make sure that the model fits organization strategy, goals, and capabilities that can scale effectively as the firm expand. Of course, the last thing, we have to constant observations and modifications. So we have to check this from time to time because we understand that creating a new business model is a continuous process. It doesn't stop in one point only. So the core of a business organization is ability, a business organization's ability is to generate, deliver, and capture values that in its business model. A business that prioritizes customer experience innovations over the underlying business models runs a risk of failing to deliver maximum values to customer and jeopardizing its capacity to operate at peak efficiency. So again, so innovating, we have to make change of our business model from time to time, and we should have this kind of growth mindset, and then we have to innovate it from time to time, and we should give ourselves a expectation that we should exceed whatever we have this expectation from our new product. We should exceed it. We should not be contented in what we expected only. We have to exceed it. So this is one way of having a successful business model, and is our success of our business also. Again, thank you very much. So this is my simple sharing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your comments so much. I like how you started your presentation with the phrase tradition to innovation. I know you were encouraging businesses not to be afraid to make improvements on their current products, which I think is really important. And your comment, innovation to exceed expectations, I felt was very meaningful. And thank you for the 8 guidelines to help companies add to informed decision-making for their businesses. Thank you. It was a wonderful presentation. And now I'd like to move to our next speaker, Dr. Tran Van Lam, also known as Philip Lam. He's a renowned marketing training expert from Vietnam. He's associated with the Institute of Science, Technology, and Enterprise Development. Dr. Lam's extensive experience has greatly enhanced the marketing strategies of numerous businesses. Please welcome Dr. Lam.
Hello, my name is Trần Văn Lam. I'm from Vietnam. Today, I will introduce the topic, the impact Philip Lam on Vietnam's business community. In a world of content competition and relentless change, innovation is the key to achieving global success. In Vietnam, this process is unfolding vigorously, particularly within the business community. A rare example of this innovative virus is the continuous contribution of Philip Lam to various business groups and the broader Vietnamese business community, VBC. Philip Lam is a visionary business leader who consistently seeks to reach traditional boundaries by introducing new, effective solutions. He has made significant contribution to driving innovation within the Vietnamese business community, particularly within the VBC. One of Philip Lam's most Russo contribution a his promotion of global business mindset within the VBC community. He has organized numerous workshop, forum, and training sessions to write awareness and enhance the skill of Vietnam enterprise concerning the importance of innovation in the context of globalization. This program not only helps business again deeper understanding of international markets, but also equips them with the necessary tools to develop and collaborate on a global scale. A specific example of this success is a technology company in Hanoi that participates on one of Philip Lam's training program. After applying the knowledge and strategy lineage, the company expanded its markets to Japan and South Korea, achieving a record in revenue growth. This is evidence that innovation can reach on boundary and help Vietnamese business reach new heights. In addition to training and sharing experience, Philip Lam has played a vital role in connecting business within the VBC community. He has built a strong network of connection between domestic and international businesses, fostering collaboration, resource sharing, and mutual growth. Did not only enhance the competitiveness of individual businesses, but also promotes the sustainable development of the entire community. Another notable example is how Philip Lam facilitated connected between a manufacturing company in Ho Chi Minh City and Chandler's partner in Germany. This collaboration not only improved the product quality of Vietnamese company, but also expanded its markets to Europe. This underscore the importance of connection and collaboration in driving innovation and global success. Furthermore, Philip Lam has particularly focused on the developing advanced technological solutions that help Vietnamese business optimize processes and enhance efficiency. He has introduced numerous new technology from production automation to mass data management solutions, helping business increase their competitiveness and meet the growing demand of the international markets. Moreover, Philip Lam is the author of the book Understanding University Marketing, which provide guidance on future orientation on career choice for children. The book covers a wide range of topics, including marketing strategy and university development strategy, where he maps out the customers through his consulting work with Vietnamese business. He recognized the need to adjust and elevate the interventional varies within Vietnamese enterprise, leading to the establishment of an executive director corps. In summary, Philip Lam's contribution to the VBC community and Vietnam's economic development are immense. By promoting innovative thinking, he has helped Vietnamese business overcome limitation and achieve global success. His effort have not only benefits him personally, but have also rule about positive change for the entire business community and the Vietnamese economies. Thank you. What?
Thank you, Sir Philip Lam, for that wonderful microcosm and description of the micro and macroeconomics of your country, where we twice visited your beautiful country. Also, Joe Refugio had his benchmarking there with the University at Ho Chi Minh. So in May and July, we were there. So the takeaways are, when you sustain innovation, you celebrate and reinforce your success with your team, especially collaboration. When you're able to reach out the international market, as you said earlier, into South Korea. When you challenge every assumption, when you regularly revisit and rethink your strategies to stay competitive and innovative. It was also heartwarming to know that you also author a book when you talk about also career development from the youth. So there's would be a smooth transition, especially considering that first 21st century skills needed to boost the workforce and propel to the future Vietnam. Thank you, Sir Philip Lam, for a wonderful presentation. Let me introduce you, Ms. Viveka Dizon Abarkar, the dynamic owner of BCO Gourmet and Bakery Trading, an accredited author. Ms. Abarkar brings creativity and expertise to the culinary and literary fields, enriching both with her extensive knowledge and innovative spirit. Let us welcome Ms. Viveka Dizon Abarkar.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. Tonight, I want to talk about the importance of breaking boundaries and innovating for global success. In our rapidly changing world, the ability to think outside the box and push the limits of what is possible is essential for achieving success on a global scale. When we think about breaking boundaries, we often think about challenging the status quo and pushing past our perceived limitations. This can involve taking risks, stepping outside of our comfort zone, and being open to new ideas and perspectives. By breaking boundaries, we open new opportunities for growth and development, both personally and professionally. Innovation is another key component of achieving global success. It is the driving force behind progress and growth in all aspects of our lives. Whether it's in technology, business, or the arts, innovation is what sets apart from the rest and propels us forward in the future. By combining the concepts of breaking boundaries and innovation, we can create a powerful recipe for success. When we are willing to think differently, take risks, and challenge the norm, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. This can lead to the development of new products, services, and ideas that have the potential to transform industries and change the way we live and work. In today's interconnected world, the ability to break boundaries and innovate is more important than ever. With advancements in technology and the rise of global markets, the landscape of business is constantly evolving. Those who are able to adapt and thrive in this rapidly changing environment are the ones who will ultimately achieve success on a global scale. As we move forward in the future, let us embrace the challenges that come with breaking boundaries and innovating global success. Let us push ourselves to think differently, take risks, and create a world that is full with endless possibilities. And with that, thank you very much for this great opportunity to be with you tonight. And thank you very much also for having me.
Thank you very much for your comments, and we appreciate your presentation and supporting the theme of breaking boundaries and innovation. Thank you so much for your comments, and glad to have you here. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, please. I'm going to see here. So please welcome Ms. Yana Soripika. Say it again, please.
Yana Soripiga, YNASOREPAGA.
Yeah, no, thank you. I see the spelling. I just wanted to know the pronunciation. Thank you so much for that. We're delighted to have you here. Ms. Piga is a certified and accredited tour guide from Indonesia. She has a deep knowledge and passion for Indonesian culture and history, and that enriches the experiences of the travelers that she deals with, and they get a greater appreciation of her country's rich heritage. So we are delighted to have her here. Please welcome Ms. Piga.
Thank you for involving us. Good evening, all my friends from Indonesia. Good morning from my friends for all the team from the United States of Americas, from the Europe and the Philippines, all of them. I'm so happy to meet you all here. So well done. We are talking about the breaking boundaries for innovating global for success. And I'm really happy to joining you. Well done. I am as a tourist guide. I would like to tell you two performance about how the production from Indonesia. I would like to tell you to introduce the products, local products from my country, from a region of Sumba Island, that is Sumba weaving. So Sumba weavings is coming from the local people, from the farmings, agricultures. They do about this one, the cotton, the basicals of the materials from the Sumba weavings. This is names of cottons, and this one, the small one, the people is prepare for weaving. So become the string, and this is the products from us, the Sumba weavings. This is for women. So through of the technology, we can do for selling by online. So a few years ago, before the technology comings, we just selling when the guys coming from the outside and they are coming to our country, then we sell those items. So through of the great technology, we can do online for marketings, global marketing, from the local markets to the global markets. These items is coming from Sumba, especially from Sumba Island. Okay, you can see. Okay. This is clothes, traditional clothes is coming from Sumba. If someday you come here, I can offer it you as a gift. Maybe Mr. Mike, I can give you, and Mr. Jenny, and Mr. Sonals, and also Mr. Raymonds. I'm really happy to join you, Mr. Raymonds. So once you come, I will give you a gift from these ones, all of you. Maybe if I go to the India, to Philippines, or maybe for Portugal or United States of Americans, I bring these items. I can so you can use as a man and the boys. So from the beginnings, from the local products or the factory, the Sumbanese women on the men's, they're doing for the Sumba women just using the local item is coming from the bamboos, is coming from the woods. However, from the time to the times, everything is going changing. Through the technicals, global technicals, we have the production by the machines. So we can make these cottons using by the machines. So me as a tourist guide, I promote to the overseas. Even few years ago, before Corona, I'm selling those items to United States of America by the global markets. I sending here, maybe it's about 4 days from Sumba Island can get your country of Indonesia. Maybe if the lights will become 1 week, you can get it. So from the local markets, local markets, they're selling maybe from their own products, the first one. With 1 million of Indonesia, it's about 70 United States US dollars of America, about $100 about Singapore dollars, or maybe about $100 about Australian dollars, or maybe 100 pesos about a peso of Philippines money. So we are selling here from this. However, because of the lights about the boardings, we must need about their facts tax. Okay, so we can selling those from the. I am as the production, the first production. I selling to Mr. Mike. Maybe Mr. Mike will be buy with $100 of United States, and then Mr. Mike will be doing promotion that in United States of America with maybe about $200 US, about maybe 250 peso in Philippines, or maybe it's not 200,000 peso in Philippines, because the currency of Indonesia difference with the Philippines of peso, difference with the rupees of India, difference with the golden dollars of America, or the normal dollars in USA. So why I'm talking about the money? Because everything in global markets, we doing online or selling by the marketings, we are talking about the currency. Money, money, and money, because the money is the basicals, how we doing of development for our business. And that's all about me. So I think that by the global markets can make us very happy. Sometimes we have challenge. The challenge why? Sometimes when we are sending the things there, get broken on the way. Maybe sometimes God lights that the gas is customers getting. That is the nature. Sometimes like that for our business. This is, I mean, because by the global bondering, by the bondering, breaking bonderings, innovating. So for the futures, so I can know how to becoming by yours experience, maybe the experience from Mr. Mike, from Mr. Nahid, from Mrs. Isabel, and Professors Dr. Business Thomas, and another set from the overseas can teach me how to joining of the global technicals for the selling of anything in your country. So from there, from the own products of Indonesia, we can getting developments for the global markets for success. So because the global markets is very important right now in globalization worlds. So thank you.
Thank you, Miss Yana Soripiga. I love your exuberance when you use technology not just to solve problems, but when you try to reach out, especially when you mention Super Mike, Littman. You mentioned his name 7 times. So, Mike, are you listening? So she mentioned it's her favorite. When you mentioned Mike 7 times. So
Everyone.
I'm sort of jealous why you mentioned him 7 times, but you never mentioned my name. And nevertheless, when you try to discover new opportunities for growth, social media is a quite cheaper way to expand your market. So when you talk about maybe when you try to make it more, so you try to forward it, Mike. If you buy this one, then you'll be able to sell it. You'll be able to help our economy. So it's no longer a case of maybes, but it can be a reality. So try to reach out with not making Mike. Just tell Mike, Mike, buy several of these, buy $100. So Mike will send. I just asked Mike follow him up what you're offering, and probably what you offer is also good in exchange. So thank you for staying ahead by keeping an eye on technology. And as a tour guide, you're selling not only yourself but also your country as a beautiful place to visit. Thank you, Yana.
Thank you for involving me. Yes, maybe you also can joining for the production for signings in the United States by yours.
Yes, I already mentioned Mike, so okay, it's enough from there. Maybe probably next time. That's a good way to market. Never, okay,
Yes.
never dispel others who might try to buy also, especially the silent ones. The silent ones who have money. Eh, okay, our next speaker from Vietnam also. So other than our dependable and dashing Philip Lam, we also have a beautiful teacher from Vietnam. So we have Miss Quack T Nai, also known as Jasmine Quack. So if you're Quack T, you sound like Jasmine T also, an English teacher and human resources development expert. Jasmine's work within the Vietnamese government contributes significantly to the development of educational and human resource strategies, enhancing the country's human capital. Let's give it up to our Jasmine T. Jasmine Kwak.
Hello, everyone. Uh, I am Jasmine, and maybe my real name is Quách Thị Nhài, and everyone also goes call me Jasmine, teacher Jasmine. And today I'm honored to discuss the topics breaking boundaries, innovating for global success. In our rapidly changing world, innovation and adaptability are key to achieving global success. Let's explore how Vietnam, a nation with rich history and dynamic economies, is embracing innovation and to break boundaries. So we want to talk the first Vietnam in the new eras. Vietnam known for its rich cultural heritage is now rapidly transforming into modern and dynamic economy. This transforming is driven by constant GDP growth rates of 6 to 7 annually, positioning Vietnam as a rising star in Southeast Asia. And but what exactly in fueling this impressive growth? The answer lay in Vietnam's commitment to innovate and iterations. As you hear, Vietnam grow its innovative spirit, particularly in the field of technology and agriculture. For instance, at T8 groups, known for its T2 mill brands, advanced technology like IoT or AI or big data being leveraged to revolutionize daily farming and agricultural productions. So T8 group has implemented a high-touch daily farm model that includes this EU automated milking system, mass system to monitor color health and precision agriculture technical to optimize fish quality. The innovation have received in 20% increase in milk gel in a significant reduction in environment impact. And this is that one example of how innovation is helping Vietnam breaking generation boundaries. But innovation does stop. Agriculture, it attend to how we are iterating into digital economy. Vietnam in correction into digital economy in another key factor driving its growth with the rapid development and e-commerce platform like Tiki, Shopee, and VNPay. Vietnam embracing the digital age. The e-commerce market is expected to reach USD 25 billion by 2025, providing fertile grounds for small and medium-sized enterprise to reach. So what does the future hold for Vietnam? It's like in our ability to continuously innovate and break new boundaries. And so I think breaking boundaries in innovation are not buzzwords. They are experienced strategies for achieving global success. Vietnam's unique is a testament to what can be achieved through determination and creativity. As we look to future, I believe Vietnam will continue to develop and contribute to good prosperity. Thank you for attention, and I look forward to future action and cooperation. Thank you. That's all my presentation today, and thank you. And I want to say, nice to meet you all, professor, doctor, and speaker. Enjoy meeting today, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It was very nice to meet you too. We're always delighted when somebody comes to present from Vietnam. I'm delighted that you have such a enthusiasm for the future development of Vietnam, and I thought it was wonderful for you to share this with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
I'd like to move to our next speaker, please. I'd like to introduce Dr. Juwari Sakari from Indonesia. Okay, I'm going to try to.
Yes, hello. Can you hear my voice?
I'm going to introduce you right now, and you are the Editor-in-Chief of Studies in Technology and Education, an Associate Professor in Technology and Education, and an Associate Professor at Universitas NU Surabaya. Your influential work as a columnist and educator significantly impacts the technology and education sectors in Indonesia and beyond. Welcome. We're delighted to have you here.
Okay, thank you. Good evening from Indonesia. I was listening to the previous speakers and they were wonderful. Yes, first of all, I would like to express my appreciation to the host, Professor Dr. Jenny Hemstad from America, and also the opening remark was that I could not join, maybe because I was late. Professor Dr. Raymond Peninsula. Well, mostly of the innovation, if we talk about business in the world globally, we have to talk about something that is related to the business leadership. So we can also view the business from the management point of view, but we can also look into the point of the leadership view. When we talk about the management point of view, then it was already been spoken by some of the speakers, and also my friend from Indonesia, the same Indonesia, Besiana, already introduced the product from the Indonesian Eastern region. Now, I'm in Surabaya. This is the big city in which there are a lot of businesses. And then I would like to talk about in leadership. Why? Because we can also have to learn from the global market leader like McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, and many others that are, having been everywhere around the world because of their leadership style. And how to get this kind of great leadership style like McDonald's, Dunkin', and so on and so forth. Like Starbucks here, we can also find everywhere in my city also. There are many branches here. We have to embrace the improvement from inside and outside. So first of all, why McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, and Starbucks can also penetrate all of the world markets here because they have a kind of, first of all, the cultural and contextual intelligence. So what is meant by cultural? If we go globally, bringing our business, whether it is services or manufacturing, we have to understand every specific uniqueness of a certain country. So if you find the, McD with the special food that is cooked in Indonesia, the taste and so on and so forth, and also the certificate for that kind of food will be different from, we know, the McDonald's foods that is in another country, let's say in Philippines or in Thailand or even in United Kingdom. Why? They try to adapt what is actually the unique cultural points of a certain country, and then they adopt that, and the foods also, including taste and also including the process of cooking. That is cultural and contextual intelligence. Many people talking about IQ, talking about social intelligence, talking about spiritual intelligence, but mostly forget with the cultural intelligence. That is number one. The second one is that the global business that have already penetrating the world market have emphasized the personalized feedback. So the feedback should be personalized. So the food or the service that is provided for the customers in any region globally are personalized, or many people can say customized. So what is the service or what is the taste, the product that is made in the same business but in different area, they try to personalize feedback. So if the taste or the service is not felt good by a certain country, a certain region, then that is should be treated personally. We cannot do it the same globally. For example, in Indonesia, in Vietnam, in Thailand, and even in United Kingdom or in Philippines and Malaysia. So personalized feedback. The next one is the critical thinking and problem solving. All of the staff, and all of the the managers from the lower and the middle manager and the top, they always have discussed any problem they, for example, find. For example, if there is a customer, for example, get the problem, get something dissatisfied, without postponing tomorrow or directly at a time, discuss in a special room, and so on and so forth. And this is what I have learned from this. And the fourth is reduce anxiety. In the internal organization of any business, try to reduce anxiety. For example, if there is a conflict or if there is something wrong with the product and also the dissatisfaction with the customer, then try to reduce the anxiety. For example, if the customer got the problem, for example, have a kind of complaint, then they try to treat them or her or him to a special room that is very nice room, and then we try to serve something, and we can talk warmly and we talk about something and asking for apology if there is something wrong. This is the to reduce anxiety, not ignoring anything that is from the customers. And the fifth is the growth mindset. What is meant the growth mindset? If there is something good at this time, then it does not mean that we have to be stopped at this time, but it will all incremental improvement. So whether it is about the service quality, whether it is about the place convenience, whether it is about the taste that they have to improve. That is always asking, asking the kind of suggestion. And they usually we find in the McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts, for example, we always find a box in which the box here is given the paper for filling a kind of the process of the suggestion. If you have any suggestion, if you have some complaint, please write, and then put this note in the box. And that is good. That is a good mindset. And the last is immediate feedback. So please give the immediate feedback to all of the staff, especially in the internal organization, whenever there is something wrong with their job and so on. But we don't delay tomorrow or even next week. And that is actually why the global business in the world, like McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, can penetrate the world globally in every country. We can also find them because they have embraced the improvement by learning from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 point. Yes, cultural intelligence, personalized feedback, and then critical thinking. Try to reduce anxiety, to have a good mindset, and immediate feedback whenever there is a problem. That's all. Thank you very much, the host, Professor Dr. Jenny Stott. He is very active. You're posting on the Facebook. Yes, thank you. Good evening. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Jawari. You mentioned about multinational corporations that have been there. All businesses since McDonald's, I think it's started by Cross 1955. So how come all businesses are still there, penetrating countries as many as 160 countries, I believe. So you mentioned about encouraging cross-cultural collaboration to blend different cultures, skills, and perspective, breaking down barriers and sparking innovation. You also talk about adopting a customer-centric approach to innovation, where we try to understand the evolving needs of different countries and try to deliver groundbreaking solutions. You mentioned about feedback 6 times. I like the way when you try to echo feedback, because from there you quickly adapt to any problems met. And hopefully it's not any more papers giving back the feedback, but money coming in as tips. So the money in the bank would always be an assurance that businesses will be up there, that you'll be able to compete. Even an old business like McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts, that they will survive any technology, any ground, because they have succeeded in penetrating the barriers and adopting the customer-centric approach to every country they manage to capture. Thank you very much for delineating and specifying about business, whether they may be old businesses
Thank
or
you.
new ones.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Jawari. Next, please welcome Professor Dr. Bino Thomas Chandy. As the esteemed head of department at a top university in Delhi, she focuses on sociology, psychology, and communication skills. Wow. Professor Chandy is celebrated for scholarly contributions and leadership roles, including serving as registrar and dean, enhancing global academic communities. Let's welcome Professor Dr. Bino Thomas Chandy. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Raymond Benzula, for a very good introduction of mine in this beautiful platform. I am really honored to be here, a part of this 8th International Business Conference here on a very important topic, that is the need of the hour, that is breaking success, innovating for global success. That is a very innovating topic for today. And I am really happy that I could speak today here. And I congratulate all the people, all the participants here for presenting their views on this topic. Now, I would like to talk. We have heard from different people. Dr. Yana was very interesting, brought her stuff, and then she showed us. So I'm today here to present about the digital transformation, which has a positive impact on corporate innovation. Let me just talk about the digital transformation, which helps elevate corporate financial constraints and improve corporate governance, thus breaks barriers to corporate innovation. Now, when we talk about the positive impact of digital transformation on corporate innovation is more pronounced in high-tech industries and in industries with more intense cooperation. The development of digital technologies triggers digital transformation as a strategic priority, which assures enterprises catch up with industry forefront in the turbulent, spurring managers to accelerate digital transformation for long-term growth. Now, digital transformation as a process wherein firms respond to changes emerging in their environment by using digital technologies to yield new paths of value creation. In recent years, firms in almost all industries take an active part in digital transformation to accomplish their visions in the competitive context. Therefore, exploring the resultant effects of digital transformation from micro enterprises point of view contributes to developing more in the digital economy and to promoting the integration of the digital and real economies. Now, innovation is a crucial driving force of attaining and sustaining competitiveness and performance for firms. It is also an imperative of promoting sustainable economic growth for nations, especially for emerging countries. However, firms engaging in innovative activities might be at a deadlock. Distinguished from the counterparts, innovative activities are characterized by long payback period, costly, risky, challenging, and high uncertainty in nature. Additionally, successful innovation is difficult for most of the firms owning to the innovation barriers range from intra-firm to market. Therefore, studying on the determinants of corporate innovation has attracted much attention from academia. Now, high-tech enterprises, when we come, high-tech enterprises have advanced technical resources required by digital transformation, which can effectively and agilely embed into their own organizational structure and decision-making system. Therefore, we predict that the influence of digital transformation on innovation is more pronounced in high-tech companies. In order to test the assumptions, we conduct cross-sectional analysis according to whether the firm is in high-tech industries. Now, usually, using a textual analysis method, we will find that digital transformation and corporate innovations based on any firm has shown that digital transformation significantly promotes corporate innovation by elevating financial constraints and improving corporate governance. Additionally, the positive association between digital transformation and corporate innovation is more significant when firms are in high-tech industries. So this is something that we have to see, that how things are growing in all the world around breaking barriers. And also when we talk about women, when we talk about, we will also find that the viral tech took everyone by storm after the COVID. Even those who are in that artificial intelligence into artificial intelligence stood up and took notice. But today we are not talking about ChatGPT. We are talking about the brains behind ChatGPT. Now, when you talk about the Salesforce role in igniting innovation and promoting inclusivity, is a game changer for women also in tech by driving technological advancement and fostering a culture of equality. We will find that these Salesforce is not only the shaping the future of the industry, but also paving the way for more women also to lead and success in technology. So that's a very important thing, that women are also in the mainstream. And we find that Salesforce has consistently pushed the boundaries of technology with its advanced artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and automation solutions. These innovations are not only transforming how businesses operate, but also creating new opportunities for women in the technical industry. That's a very great advanced innovation that we have, that women are also into high-tech industry. By championing cutting-edge solutions, Salesforce is helping to break down traditional barriers and offering women great access to leadership roles and influential positions in technology. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that very inspiring presentation. The focus on digital transformation, of course, is very important for technology-based companies. And I really appreciated your talks about value creation for corporate vision. They have to think and make their plans based on, the future and how things are changing for digital transformation. And I really appreciated your comments about inclusivity for women, because we know that there are many, many talented women out there that are very creative and very knowledgeable that get caught up still in that glass ceiling. They can't advance the way that they should. So thank you for focusing on that point. I appreciate it, and thank you for being here. I'd like to move on now to our next speaker. Joining us now is Coach Gulben Ozdemir, teaching as a second language certified English teacher, known for her inspiring work with young learners in Turkey. Recognized as the most inspiring teacher of 2022 by INGED, she is currently advancing her research through a master's thesis in English language teaching, sharing her educational insights and platforms. Please welcome Coach Ozdemir to our program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jenny. That was such a cool and such a brilliant introduction. But I'd like to share my presentation if possible. I don't know if it is possible, Raymond, because I've got a presentation, very small, very short.
Within the 5 limits, yes, please do. Within 5 minutes, yes.
Hopefully this time. Okay.
And I might look less handsome compared to Dr. Raymond, but my name is Dr. Nolly.
Sorry.
It's all right.
So.
Are you able to share your screen?
Just a sec. Most probably I will in a second.
Okay, looks like, okay, we're here.
Yeah. So now, can you see?
No, we see your mobile.
You
No,
have a
no.
green button there?
No.
I see beautiful Nada.
We don't see your presentation. Only on the mobile, see us.
Mm-hmm. So now, maybe, no?
Yes, it is great.
Okay. Now? I think it's okay, right?
It is good, good. You can go.
Okay. Okay, that's such a good, wonderful news. Okay, so I'll be quick, and as you can see, this is my presentation. This is the cover, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's there and who's here with us. And that will be such a good and brilliant honor to be here. So thank you very much for being here with all of us. So my name's Gülbin Özdemir, and I'm from Turkey. So I will just talk about business, like maybe I would call this a combination of business and education at the same time, because I'm an educator, so I need to combine all the things with education all the time. So as you can see here, my menu today, education in Turkey, but very, very brief, and educational boundaries that the EFL teachers face, because EFL means English teachers, because we teach English as a foreign language, so that's why it's EFL. And then we're gonna talk about how to deal with these challenges for global success, because it brings a global success, really, especially for English teachers, also for any educator that lives any part of the world. So it's again a global thing. And then we're going to have the closure. So as you can see here, education in Turkey, it's going to be brief, very brief, sorry. As you can see, we just say that according to the Constitution of the Republic of Turkey, every citizen has the right to education, and it's free of charge. That's a very important thing. And also the Minister of National Education runs educational administration of the country and responsible for drawing up curricula, coordinating the work of official, designing and building skills, and developing educational materials, and etc. So that's really important. And we're going to move on. Education framework is like formal education is the regular education of individuals in a certain age group and given in schools. And this includes pre-primary, primary, secondary, and higher education institutions, just like in Europe and any other country in the world, I guess. So as you can see here, pre-primary education, primary education, and secondary education, and these are compulsory for the kids and for the teenagers. So, and all the boys and girls are mixed. This is really important for Turkey. And also, I just included the purposes of the primary education and secondary education, but these are not so important, let's say. Certain key concepts, educational expenses, the government is responsible for all educational expenses and it's totally free. And also schools during a week, these are important, I guess, because if you are really interested in the education system in Turkey, these are the real basic and very important key concepts, I guess. So schools during a week, schools are open 5 days a week. Normally, they're open like on Saturdays as well, and sometimes on Sundays as well, but that's not a really issue. So Monday to Friday, kids go to school. Academic year, basically, it begins in the September and then extends through to the mid-June, and we have the vacation right now. And typical school day, it's like it starts early in the morning and then it finishes at like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. It depends. And official breaks, we have 2-week winter break, and then we have summer break. So this is the president. Okay. Oh, all right. So educational challenges that the EFL teachers face. So we have the main challenges here because I listed them. Pressure from curriculum and lack of hour of instruction, as you can see, and students are often bored or unmotivated. I guess this is global. This is not national even. So the teenagers are coming like that. The Generation Z is always bored. Okay, so students don't do their homework that they don't want to do. Let's say students don't want to speak in the target language, or parents cause problems. And this is again global, I guess. It's not local, national, or whatever. And lack of support from other colleagues. These are the main challenges in Turkey. I don't know what other challenges are there in other countries, but these are the main challenges that we have as teachers that we face all the time. I'm sorry for that, but yeah. Okay, how to cope with these challenges? I just included the things that I do normally. I am a teacher who loves fun at school, actually. So I just organize all the times like competitions or contests or festivals or such things like that. And you can see the pictures of those things that I organize. when I was in the primary school. Now I work in a special school. It's called Science and Arts Center, and I just teach right now gifted and talented students. But these are, again, really important things. And I had the projects as well, and some activity-based lessons as well. And you see online live meetings that we had with my colleagues, and you can see all the things in here. So these are the my strategies, my own perspective, and my own unique ways of coping with all the problems that I face for my business, let's say, because this is my business education. Okay, and you can see more, and these are the other projects that I've been running with the international colleagues, and I love it. And my kids are, again, really interested in seeing their peers and also some colleagues and such and so on and so forth, let's say. Okay, who am I? I just didn't include this in the first place because these, all the things like these strategies and these problems and these kind of challenges brought me to who I am right now. So as you can see here, I'm a certified TESOL advanced practitioner and a trained PDC facilitator. And I work for the government also and for the British Council as well. And I'm doing my master's thesis right now, but I'm struggling. Probably I won't finish, but I'm struggling. So global success, I would like to finish my presentation with this because these challenges, as I said before, brought me to find some solutions for my career, for my kids, for my responsibilities. So I won't read them, but you can see them. So these are the awards that I've been given and I deserve. So these are the key points that I included, and I am such a proud educator, I can say, and because these are the ones that I've been given on an international basis, and this is really cool. Okay, so closure and Q&A part was that, and so thank you for listening to me. That was such a great session. So I would like to thank to organizers and to everyone who had who put devotion and effort and their time to this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach Golbin. So
Thank you. I'll just stop.
you really talk fast as you also continue to develop from Teacher of the Week, Teacher of the Month, Teacher of the Year since 2021. So you can see the growth there. So you continue to implement as I said, continuous learning opportunities that focus on emerging technologies and methodologies to keep your students informed and adaptable, considering the challenges that Gen Z, as you mentioned earlier. So we really have to adapt methodologies to keep them informed and educated. So you regularly host, as your pictures posted, innovation challenges and probably some hackathons to energize your students and generate practical yet groundbreaking ideas. So thank you very much for your share. Golbin, probably times constraints make you, but still, their presentation clearly give us the message that there is hope, there's future for Generation Z, provided the appropriate methodologies and enthusiasm comes from teachers like you. Thank you very much, Coach Golbin.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So our next speaker, where was I? So let's extend a warm welcome to Mr. Nahid Raza, a school principal and motivational speaker with a rich background in education. His dedication to improving classroom management and organizational transformation has enriched many through his talks and workshops, both nationally and internationally. A warm welcome to Mr. Nahid Raza.
Thank you very much. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Leoncio, sir. Very good evening. Raymond, sir. Gianni, ma'am. My Mancho, Sonal Judge, ma'am is sitting here. Brother Mike. Right? So, sincere salutation to all. Right? And I feel the enthusiasm. I feel the love you are spreading. So my topic is breaking boundaries, innovating for global success. And my subtopic is international collaboration. So in international collaboration, first of all, we must be the example. What we are saying we should do, then we should communicate. If we are doing, people will learn, people will accept, people will love, and it would be reciprocal, and we can spread love, because this world needs love. Why? Because this is an era of our opinion. No one is listening. No one. Right? No one is ready to listen. So we need to listen to people so that their sadness, their disappointment could be minimized and their happiness could be doubled. So this is very much required. So we need to be very good example of it. We need to discuss global issues. There are many global issues, right? Industrialization, this urbanization, the deforestation. So we should make it in such a way, that people feel happy. It is not like that poor are poorer, richer are richer. No, there shouldn't be any caste. We should try to love. We should try to include. It should be inclusive success for each one and everyone. Right? Foods and festivals. We need to exchange. We need to greet. We need to have taste, and we should appreciate everything we observe in this world, because the purpose of our life is to make people better, to make our places better, to make ourselves better, to make other better, right? Inclusive environment should be said, everyone is able to breathe. So we need to plant 1 billion saplings just now, so that we can remove respiratory problems we are facing today. Cultural exchanges, we should try to listen, we should try to speak, we should invite, and we should go when this type of mobility is there, right? And rest is not there, right? Wars are not there, and peace will prevail throughout the world. Global education, we need to understand other countries, we need to understand histories, current events, right? And we should expand our horizon. We should do whatever we can to make this world lovable, better, wiser. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's over, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. As you said, all we need is love, right? Reminds me of a Beatles song. But thank you very much for your enthusiasm, your focus on the world needs love and people need to be happy so that they can be fulfilled, and that we should share this kind of energy with each other. I liked your thought about international cooperation, and we need to be reciprocal in our efforts in that area. So thank you very much for coming and cheering me up anyway. I'm really happy about that. So for my next speaker, I'd like to introduce Mr. Mike Littman, a global thought leader and the dynamic president, founder, and CEO of Mike's International. As a corporate leader and strategist, he's been pivotal in entrepreneurial coaching and mindfulness practice, making substantial impacts in the realms of life performances and success coaching. Please welcome Mike Littman. Are you there, Mike?
Hello, I'm over here.
Okay, please proceed.
Yeah, it's my turn. So I'm feeling so excited, elated, and really thrilled. And I really want to pay congratulations, especially like all of you, the Galaxy and the high road leaders. Why? Because you are giving to this world something really out of the box, and you really want to illuminate this world, and you want to really want to get this world onto the next level of consciousness, and you are putting all your sense. I would love to pay thank and I have a gratitude for Caldron, Nolly, and Jenny Rapsterd, and I can see the Nada and the Sonal and the other guys, and the Lucas is over here, my sissy. So we all are here really to illuminate this world. We are getting this world to the next place. So this particular podcast is purely about the business people and the people who are the entrepreneur and who they are running their business. So what I want to say today is we need to think globally and innovate locally. Why? Because it gets so hard if you just if you're not really visualizing really at the top level. So the real thing, the real bottom line is everyone on this globe is my family member. So this line, this particular line, most of the time I share with my clients in sales. So I tell them, like, if you really love your client, like your family member, so I want to make you sure you're going to be the top sales, you're going to be the top portfolio in the world. So the purpose is to give your product really at the high quality at the right time. Once in US, one company like invested a lot of dollars and they produced one great syrup. So it was providing a great solution to the young kids. But this product flopped. The reason why, because whenever the kids, they tried the syrup, so it was bitter, so they vomited, so it was flopped. Though the intentions was great, but the market was not properly analyzed, because once you are producing products for the youngest kids, so you really need to take care. It must be the sweeter one, it must be friendly. So so once you are thinking and you are producing locally, so the people first around you like the comfort. So definitely would help you like to place your product into the international market. So we are here to break in all the boundaries. So seriously, this matter is totally political as well. The reason why, because they provide such kind of a platform, they can provide such environment where the people can really think globally. But here, I want to tell you a few companies like they are the greatest example. Seriously, why? Because they could contribute without going, without crossing the boundaries. They just innovated their products on internet, and like now they have created a great empire in the business for everyone, and they have approached to everyone. So it was the global business mindset behind it. If you see the Uber, the Netflix, Alibaba, Amazon, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Zoom itself, like we are using Zoom right now. So the Airbnb and Apple TV, so all these top companies, you can't see, they don't exist on the globe. They don't exist on the ground, on the earth. They are existing in the internet, and they have across every boundary. Like so you don't need to travel anymore on the plane, or you don't need to create ambassadors. So like, why I'm talking about is the globalization issue. Why? Because the people, like the entrepreneur, the business, they need to come together and they need to think about the humanity, because humanity comes first. And if you are producing things like for your family members, I want to make sure you're going to be rocking. So if you see it, the Uber, they have 10,000, they have provided their services all over the globe in 10,000 top cities in the world. And if you see the greatest company, Alibaba, they are giving like 275K transactions per second, and they are creating $1 billion. I mean, they are not selling their products by going, or like, so they are just providing a network where the purchasers and sellers, they come across and they are really having the deals. So the point is, and now today, we need to understand two most important things. And I can tell you, like, if you're the business guy, if you are an entrepreneur, this can help you a lot. So number one is you need to understand the concept of digitization and the digitalization. Why? Because two are totally different ideologies. So in digitization, what happens is the process of converting analog information into the digital form, right? So once you are producing your products locally, okay, so you just by providing digitization, because it's a process, it would help you to sell your products in digital form. So on the other side, if you see the digitalization is the process of using digital technologies to change. Like right now, Alibaba, they are selling their products, more than 70% products. The transaction they're having right now is they all are receiving their orders on the mobile phone. So the M technology is providing a greatest platform, and you don't need to travel. You just need to buy your place and space, and you really can go across the world, and you can really mesmerize the world with your greatest products. So I would here love to quote the Carol Dweck, really mesmerized us with, and he contrasted to the basic ideas, the infinite mindset and the finite mindset. Why? Because by end of the day, we have to create the infinite mindset. Why? Because we have to think global and we have to think without limitations. Why? Because everyone on this globe is our family member. So we need to think globally first. Why? Because we come first and we have to create that particular global mindset. There are three basic mindsets I believe like we need to work on. The number one is a super abundance mindset. Why? Because we need to have a belief that everything is available out here and we can produce, we can help humanity. And number two mindset we need to develop is the growth mindset. Why? Because most of the people they start their life with a fixed mindset and they die with a fixed mindset, and they don't look in the growth. They don't want to. They don't consider better ideas, the new ideas. They always fake and they create resistance. So we have a great opportunity today. So we are, we are supposed to create that greatest mindset, and we need to go everywhere through digitization and digitalization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Super Mike. So when you mentioned earlier, I'm here, so
Thank-
I don't know where to look at. So when you mention I'm here, so you are everywhere, just like digitalization. If you have that infrastructure, so
Yeah.
it enables seamless communication and collaboration across globally. So regardless of time zones, and place, it actually makes us boundaries so close that you don't know anymore. You don't need to break barriers anymore. You don't need a physical store to put our products. You just show it out and voila, it will just go without you actually batting an eye. You let technology work for you to solve problems for you. And also the superabundance mindset and the growth mindset. So when it also exudes from your personality when you try to comment on every person that you meet on Facebook, you with your verbosity also tells how you express yourself abundantly. So much love. Hopefully all people have that love instead of hate, and we can have that love mindset that goes along with your superabundance and growth. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you very much for your time and for accepting and for embracing all these ideas. Why? Because by the end of the day, this is the bottom line. We need to bring interconnectedness with us, and we need to think like everyone is a family member. So we are born to give and forgive, and we are born to help. So this is the key factor for everyone, for all businessmen. So like my sales team, when they ask me like, what's the secret to sell better and to sell high? So it's very simple. If you are creating the quality product, so the buyers, they are ready to buy your product. So they are looking forward to the greatest thing. So you need to bring the quality product. You need to put all sense into it in the humanity. You go to rock. Appreciate it, really.
Okay, thank you. So when you talk about creating, this beautiful lady from Europe also creates something more. So she has been an inspiration to us for the past 3 years since the pandemic. So when you say create, it's Croatia. So we introduced Professor Nada Ratkovic, an assistant professor at the Faculty of Economics, Business and Tourism. Professor Ratkovic is not only a dedicated educator, but also deeply involved in humanitarian and social work, who works 8 days a week, impacting many through her research educational efforts. Much love to our dear friend from Creation in Croatia, dear Professor Nada Ratkovic.
How to talk now after this amazing words from my dear Dr. Noli. Mabuhay, Philippines. Mabuhay to all here, my dear friends. great educators, great businessmen, great entrepreneurs. Special thanks to our great Dr. Raymond for this platform, for organizing these business conferences and to bringing all of us here. This topic is really amazing, breaking boundaries, innovating for the global success. We already hear all of us on this platform are breaking the boundaries because we want always more. We want always more. So it is not when somebody say we want all to be successful. This is something which we are born with this. We are born with this, and this when we want and when we talk about the success, we talk about the success, and it means that we are not talking about only ourselves. We are talking about all. We want success for all. So I hope that all on this universe need to think on this way, because today I listen all the speakers mention such a lot of things which are bringing innovations. Professor Nada is an educator, so how to bring innovation in education. So here where before me the Professor Gurbin from Turkey. She's an amazing educator. We see her presentation. She show us what we need to do in education. When I talk about my country, Croatia is a country where we have a high level of education system. It is really strong commitment to education. We are embracing innovation, especially as we are part of European Union. We have a lot of opportunities. And here, when we put this today, we talk about the digital transformation. We talk about innovation. So each one side is very important. So if we want to have a success in education in our country, so making initiatives, doing challenges, doing different things. So Croatia really has a rapidly changing landscape. Now we in vocational education have a new reform, and it will go very soon. Also in now for a few days, we can say that artificial intelligence is really coming in our curricula. We accept it according to the law in Europe. So we have this, we have a lot of new things. So education really in Croatia is a cornerstone of the national development. We have the traditional strengths, so long history. We value education. We have many famous scientists. We have famous from each one field. So literacy rate is very high. We have a stronger tradition in the STEM and science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Professor Nada is also one of the examples. So I have the education from the side of engineering and informatics, and also I couldn't, like a woman, I couldn't work in my profession when I finished. Then I moved to this economic part. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be in this in this business system. Why? Because I didn't understand nothing. I didn't understand nothing when we talk about the microeconomy, about the LMSM model and all the economic models. So this knowledge from economics is very important, as also like the digitalization in education, like the STEM, like the internationalization. So today, what we are doing here, we are strengthening our we are networking, we are creating new relationships here from different countries. So entrepreneur education, I said here we have famous entrepreneurs. So we recognize the importance of entrepreneurship, and it is really today same like the digital technology today for the global economy. Our schools, our universities are incorporating entrepreneurship education into every curricula. So in every curricula we need to have entrepreneurship. So this is the best way how our students after will be recognized on the labor market. We have many innovative education systems. I can mention that we have great colleges, great universities, great digital schools, also private and private and our public come from our government. So CARNET, we have a big Croatian academic and research network, and it is playing a crucial role to integrate technology, to integrate entrepreneurship into Croatia education system. So during the COVID, as Dr. Noli mentioned that, so we know that we all and we can say we can be also thankful to the COVID because we get a lot of new knowledge very fast because the situation was that we needed to change our teaching system. So digital divide, curriculum modernization, teacher training, funding and resources, limited funding for education can restrict the implementation of innovative programs and modern technologies, especially in the public schools. So we need to make many projects. We need to apply to many projects to get the fundings, to get the grants. So the future of global innovation in Croatia education, and not only in Croatia, we need to have the expansion of digital learning, the continual expansion of digital learning. We need to strengthen, as I said already, the global partnership. The systems need to benefit, and to make this, we need to have international partners. International partners are very important for us. Focus on the lifelong learning. When when I come home from my job, my parents, they always ask, what are you doing now? When will you finish? Are you normal? So they don't understand that we educators never finish our work. So it is the same if we want to have a successful global economy. Global economy involves there need to be increasing for the lifelong learning opportunities, and we need to encourage all the educators who want to invest in that. So adult education, vocational training, upskilling programs, everything needs to be important for the workforce, and sustainability and innovation. Without sustainability, there is no innovation, there is no economic growth, there is not social progress. So Professor Nada can talk till tomorrow. I will say at the end, breaking boundaries, innovating for global success is today highlighting the efforts to modernize education system and to prepare students for a globalized world. We see what are the global issues. We know what is globalization. So by digitalization, by promoting STEM education, by fostering international collaboration, by addressing ongoing challenges, we, my country, all countries around the world will make a position and make and be a leader in educational and innovation. Without educational innovation, there is not a progress. So, Professor Nada, we'll stop here. Once again, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this wonderful 8 Business International Conference on this very important, crucial topic. And yes, thank you for giving me opportunity to be here with this all amazing educators, amazing entrepreneurs, and people who are engaged in the business. And especially thanks and happy to see my Dr. Noli and Madame Jenny being a moderator. That is all. That is great. That is great. And you don't, when somebody say, I have a dream, I cannot speak. Oh, how we can speak till tomorrow with this amazing people. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And thank you so very, very much. I want to agree with Dr. Noli when he said that you work 8 days a week. Your schedule is inspiring. I get exhausted sometimes just trying to keep up with all that you're doing. You made some wonderful, wonderful points, and I'm really glad to hear that there is such a high level of education in Croatia. The literacy rate is high, as you said, a big focus in, STEM projects. We have mixed success here in the United States. It's a big country with lots of different communities and demographics, and we need to continue working toward that goal, as you talked about, is education is primary if we are going to keep up with the world. I liked your comment about getting knowledge fast. I like that, and maybe we need to spend more time finding funding for underserved populations around the world. But lifelong learning is a goal of mine, and I continue to do that all the time. And I also teach entrepreneurship. I am an entrepreneur, and I agree with you. Even if somebody doesn't want to start their own business, they should understand what is required to start a business. And we find many people around the world, especially in the United States, and retired military personnel are starting businesses to be their retirement plan. So thank you for all that you do. I'm just fascinated every time I go on Facebook and see what you're doing. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
For our next speaker, I would like to introduce another global speaker here, very well known for everybody who keeps up with his busy schedule on Facebook. I'd like to welcome Dr. Pratik Rajan Mangakkar. He's a renowned scientist, professor, and counselor. You don't even have to take my word for it. He is world famous. His extensive contributions to education, arts, and social services are testament to his personal, persistent dedication, and he has inspired countless individuals globally. His speaking schedule is just exhausting. But when I think about all of the minds that he touches with his wisdom through all of these presentations he gives, I have to congratulate you personally. You're just wonderful. And so we are delighted to hear what you have to say today. Please take the stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ginny ma'am, for the kind introduction. Okay, so I've just changed today's topic, breaking boundaries, innovating for global success and sustainable growth. We need sustainable growth. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and forward thinkers. So today we stand at the crossroads of a new era, one where the lines between local and global markets blur, where technology and innovation transcend geographical boundaries, and where the urgency for sustainable growth has never been greater. The theme of our discussion, breaking boundaries, innovating for global success, invites us to reimagine the future of business, to create new trends and to pave the way for a world where success and sustainability go hand in hand. Now, breaking boundaries. In today's interconnected world, breaking boundaries is not just a metaphor, it is a necessity. The traditional barriers that once confined businesses to local markets are dissolving. With the rise of digital platforms, businesses of all sizes can now access global markets with unprecedented ease. However, breaking boundaries requires more than just technology. It requires a mindset shift, a willingness to embrace diversity, to collaborate across cultures, and to think beyond the conventional. Now, innovating for global success, as you all are aware of the fact that innovation is the heartbeat of global success. But in a world where change is the only constant, Staying ahead of the curve means anticipating trends before they emerge. So there are some new trends shaping the future of business. Like the previous speaker, I forgot the name, who has explained about digital transformation. The digital revolution is redefining every aspect of business, from AI-powered customer service to blockchain-enabled supply chain. Digital tools are enhancing efficiency, improving customer experience, and opening new avenues for growth. So to support this trend, businesses must invest in digital literacy. It also encourages a culture of innovation and be agile enough to adapt to rapid technological changes. For example, Tesla, led by the world famous Elon Musk, is a prime example of digital transformation in the automotive industry. The company disrupted the traditional car market by integrating cutting-edge technology into its vehicles, including autonomous driving software and over-the-air updates. Tesla's success is built on its ability to leverage data and software, allowing it to continuously improve its products even after they are sold. So this digital-first approach has not only set Tesla apart from traditional automakers, but has also driven the entire industry toward greater innovation and sustainability through electric vehicles. Then talking about remote work and hybrid models. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic accelerated the adoption of remote work, challenging traditional office-based business models. So this shift has proven that productivity is not tied to a physical location. So flexible work arrangements, businesses can tap into a global talent pool, reduce operational costs, and contribute to reducing carbon footprints, a step towards sustainability. This is about remote work hybrid models. Shopify, the Canadian e-commerce giant, adopted a remote first work model in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And this decision allowed Shopify to attract top talent from around the world, breaking down geographical boundaries and expanding its workforce globally. So by supporting remote work, Shopify reduced its physical office footprint, contributing to sustainability growth while maintaining high levels of productivity and innovation. So this shift also demonstrated that remote and hybrid work models can be viable long-term strategy for companies seeking to be more agile and resilient. Then comes circular economy. Sustainability is no longer a buzzword, it's a business imperative. The circular economy model, which focuses on reducing waste, reusing resources, and recycling materials, is gaining traction. So companies that prioritize circular practices not only contribute to environmental conservation, but also create new business opportunities through innovative recycling and repurposing initiatives. I always give this example. Patagonia, an outdoor apparel company, is a leader in implementing the circular economy. The company encourages customers to buy less and recycle more through initiatives like One Wear, which promotes the repair, reuse, and resale of its products. So Patagonia also uses recycled material in its clothing, and it's committed to reducing its environmental footprint. So this approach has not only enhanced Patagonia's brand image, but has also created a loyal customer base that values sustainability. So Patagonia's circular economy practices have proven that businesses can thrive financially while being environmentally responsible. Lastly, social impact and ethical business practice. Consumers today are more informed and conscious than ever. So they demand that businesses operate with integrity, transparency, and commitment to social responsibilities. So companies that align their values with those of their customers and that actively contribute to societal well-being will build stronger brand loyalty and enjoy standard access. Now, implementing and benefiting from these trends, which we discuss now. So to truly benefit from these trends, new businesses or new business trends, businesses must go beyond mere adoption. They must integrate these principles into their whole strategies. So invest in education and training, encourage a culture of innovation, collaborate across sectors, and measure the impact and adapt. And finally, as we move forward, let us remember that the future of business is not just about breaking boundaries for the sake of growth, but about innovating in ways that support global success while safeguarding our planet. So by enhancing new trends or implementing rather new trends and committing to sustainable practices, we can create a world where business thrives in harmony with nature, where profit and purpose coexist, where innovation knows no borders. So let us be the architects of future, breaking boundaries, innovating for global success, and building a legacy of sustainability that future generations will thank us for. So thank you so much for the participation and encouragement. And thank you so much for the invitation, Dr. Raymond, and the entire team of our Raymond Business Consultancy. So thank you so much, all the lovely audience, for your active participation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pratik, my dear friend. So you just left several times into our country, the Philippines, your second home. So so many key takeaways. When you talk, you really engulf, no, not really engross, but engulf the totality of pushing boundaries. When you promote a culture of curiosity, experimentation, and anticipation to keep the innovative spirit alive in a business. When you harness the power of digital transformation, when you talk about it, it breaks traditional boundaries and enter new markets. When you encourage lateral thinking, that you can think outside the box, sometimes the best business innovation comes from completely outside the industry norms, and even something that is not related to your field. When you utilize social media to your advantage, when you balance, especially when you balance the innovative efforts with sustainability to ensure long-term viability and responsibility. When I was in high school, Dr. Pratik and our beloved audience, I remember Patagonia. It really etched in my mind. Now, if I were to, I read it from a National Geographic issue way back 1984. I still remember the issue that Patagonia is a region between Argentina and Chile. And the footprints there of dinosaurs millions of ago are still there. So when you talk about carbon footprint and the dinosaur footprint, and the footprint will no longer be carbon, but the footprint of sustainability. Thank you for sharing the lovely comments and insights, Dr. Pratik. And I hope to see you again sometime soon. And you have a meeting in about 15 minutes.
I have a lecture for engineering students. So sorry
Okay.
for the inconvenience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your time. We proceed now to the beauties that comes next. We have Coach Isabel Piafilio Rodriguez from Peru, an esteemed international speaker and writer focusing on open government and international development. Her expertise in public policy helps shape progressive governance models around the world, fostering transparent and effective administrative practices. Let us welcome Coach Isabel Piafilio Rodriguez. Welcome.
Thank you, Raymond, and thank you for this opportunity to participate in this our topics. And good morning, all. Good night and good evening in other countries. And my name is Isabel. I'm from Peru, and I'm very motivated to be among many specialists and professionals with great international experience. Thank you, Raymond, for the invitation. And I have you ever asked yourself, are we agents of change? This is a question we constantly ask ourselves, and if not, we should. Why? Because we are constantly innovating, working on new ideas, and adapting to the new technologies. And it's important to connect this speech. We are agents of change to transcend and identify this important question and this important, for example, and how you participate of agents of change. And it is focusing in special on young people in general too. In the case of the national job policy in Peru, young people represent approximately 15% of the total population, and on the third of the working age population, and making them an important asset for achieving sustainability and development in the country, within the frameworks of the transformative vision of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainability Development and the Peru the Vision 2015. And as young people, we can participate in the different projects, in different programs, and from different spaces. There are many initiatives that not only allow us to know the reality of the country, but they are having an impact on their communities. How many times we want to provide solutions for the problems that are evident on a daily basis? However, we must analyze, identify, and provide possible proposals and for solutions. I think in the short and long term, and ascending to the impact of the what we want to or want. And I mention this because young people and everyone can be agents of change, adapting and setting initiative or project focuses on the sustainability. And what connects the sustainability through the Sustainable Development Goals. What are these SDG challenge? And I identify some topics or some sectors with that impact of the SDG challenge is important to, for example, in the health, in the ensure healthy life and promote the well-being for all ages. Economic, for example, promote inclusive and sustainability economic growth. In the case of employment, ensure decent and productive work for all. Justice, foster peaceful and inclusive societies. And transparency is important too, because it increases the transparency and accountability at all levels, and combating the corruption and strongly the responsibility institutions is crucial. And education too ensures inclusive, equitable, and quality education and promote the lifelong learning opportunities. In the case of an environment, protect the environment and manage natural resources sustainability and the technology. And foster innovation, access to the technology is important to all people, and this includes promote research and development and equitable access to the technology, and responsibility to use the technology for sustainable development. Why agents are involved, and it's important to recognize these different agents of change: the government, the private sector, the civil society, research institutions, local communities, and especially to the leaders of young people. And I mentioned the SDGs where we can identify projects on different sectors, different aspects. However, out of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, working on SDGs 16 and SDG 17 is crucial because SDG 16 corresponds to the peace, justice, and strong institutions, and SDG 17 to partnerships, so focus on the partnerships. And I consider this as the transversal SDG because without partnerships, without collaboration, it is unlikely that that objective obtained to the different goals. And in any project and any initiative will be achieved. And identify some other points, important points, for example, the transparency and accountability. Some countries have adapted to the law, the policies to improve transparency and accountability, such as the access to the public information law in various countries. The technology and training is the region needs to obtain the technological capacity to improve to the access to the financings of the other specialists in the middle of the country faces, significant for the vulnerable people. Multi-sectoral partnership is important because the partnership between the government, the private sector, the civil society, and other actors are being it's important to connect. These partnerships are crucial for mobilize the resources and knowledge needed to achieve to the sustainable development goals. And it's necessary we have a lot explored and think thank you for the opportunity for the meeting with the professionals in this important group and the opportunity to share with our people. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. There was a lot of valid points in your presentation. It's going to take a little while to unpack them item by item. But I really appreciated what you talked about agents of change, because sometimes we have agents at work involved in various acts of corruption and lack of transparency about what happens within our societies. To have young people take the initiative to be an agent for change, to bring about the necessary transparency so that we can have really viable partnerships between government and private agencies to initiate and bring to fruition the changes that we all desire. I was fascinated by the depth of your talk. Thank you very much for coming. Now I would like to introduce somebody that I know very well, or I like to think that I do. Mrs. Sonal Jaj. She's the founder of Art and Soul and Cosmic Aura, and also the entire Metamorphosis learning platform, of which I am so happy to participate in from time to time. She's an experienced speaker, educator. She specializes in the mandala therapy and universal healing techniques, promoting holistic healing and well-being across various platforms. She is amazing, knowledgeable. I'm really glad to introduce her, and the stage is yours. Okay, we can't hear you very well, so we're going to need to adjust your sound. No, speak again because I can't hear you.
I'm audible?
Now, yes, we can hear you now. Okay, whatever happened is happened again. We can't hear you. Okay, so whatever little tweak you did, do that because we can't hear you.
Thank you so much for inviting me over here and to share some knowledge, some insights. You share the smiles across borders.
We need to have your volume raised. What can you do to...
Am I audible now?
Okay,
Not good.
We can't hear you. We're gonna have to improve the audibility.
Hello, am I audible?
Go up. Can you make the sound higher volume? Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and a fresh morning to everyone with beautiful smiles and laughter across the borders as we all gather over here, breaking boundaries, breaking the line of control to connect with each other. So I think we have had a lot of learning now. So before I start my knowledge, I would like to share some few words with everyone. In the midst of hate, I found there was within me an invincible love. In the midst of tears, I found there was within me an invincible smile. In the midst of chaos, I found there was within me an invincible calm. I realized through it all that in the midst of winter, I found there was within me
All right, we're experiencing another technical glitch here. We can't hear you and your screen is frozen. It's too bad too. We were right in the middle of this very great poem. What can we do?
Sometimes when you're in the midst of nothingness, so when you're frozen in time, you're in the midst of being frozen. So frozen thought, so frozen in time, frozen moments. So we just have to thaw it out.
Okay, now you're muted, so unmute, please.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you
Yes.
are.
So I did speak a poem. Did everyone hear the poem?
Well, we heard most of it.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to just say a few words. In the midst of hate, I found there was within me an invincible love. In the midst of tears, I found there was within me an invincible smile. In the midst of chaos, I found there was within me an invincible calm. In the midst of winter, I found there was within me an invincible summer. And that makes me happy. For it says that no matter how hard the world pushes against me, within me there's something stronger, something better pushing right back as we gather over here, breaking boundaries. So before I start my knowledge input over here, I would like to share that in my 25 years of journey as an educator, as an early childhood researcher, we think we need to start creating problem-solving processes. Mental health has been affected for all the people across the globe. People are not able to stabilize the mental health. So as educators and as educated humans, we need to encourage people to come up, to gather the courage, the resiliency we need to connect with each other on an intercultural basis. So problem-solving process has to be incredibly valuable tool for guiding students through challenges and developing the critical thinking skills. The clear and structured framework has to be outlined with key steps that can be readily applied in academic and real-world context. When I talk about the real-world context, I'm not talking about the academic excellence. I'm talking about what are the children going to pick up in the life outside of learning, outside of the challenges faced in the life day by day. So integrating the problem-solving approach empowers students to tackle complex issues systematically, fostering their ability to think critically. Think critically means use your mindset approach, the growth mindset, as they keep going on in life. Fostering the ability to think critically, make informed decisions, and become more self-directed and resilient learners. This helps the students internalize the process and equip them with transferable skills for their educational and professional journeys. Teaching problem-solving strategies in the classroom is as effective because it supports academic success and prepares the students for the demands they are going to face in the future careers and their personal lives. So what are those problem-solving skills that they need apart from the academic excellence? Which is creating the best first impressions in the digital age, that is crafting your perfect digital profile, which I think is rare now. We need to craft our digital profile. In today's digital age, our online presence often precedes our physical presence. We need to start walking on the path of integrity. What we are, what we say out to the world, we need to implement that through our talks and through our knowledge transferring skills. A well-curated digital profile reflects our values, expertise, and personality. So what are those? I will highlight just a simple way. One is authenticity over perfection. We need to share genuine insights, experiences, and even some challenges we have overcome. Real life challenges help children pick up skills faster than textbook learnings. Then we need to stop the over editing of the pictures and embellish our achievements. We need to highlight our achievements lesser and share our learning stories more faster. Number two is strategic storytelling. We should use the summary section to tell our stories, whether academic or whether our real life challenges. We need to highlight the key milestones and lessons learned. And we just need to exit the just list your job titles. We just need to make a list of the things that are important and actually go down in the descending order, which is the topmost priorities. Number three, showcase thought leadership with unique content. Publish articles, share original research, and post about innovative ideas that are needed to be explored more in the digital age. We need to stop reposting the generic content, copy paste, implementing others' work. We need to, banish all these kind of learning and help children become innovators more faster using the experiential skills on their own. Number four is humanize our profile with personal interest, which will include personal anecdotes, interest, and those kind of content that we are passionate about. Like we all are passionate for teaching, for empowering, for encouraging the youth to come up in life, irrespective of the flaws and the imperfections they have. Number 5 is interactive elements. We have to be wise enough to use multimedia wisely. Use of social media currency. Using social media for effective usage helps children to understand the digital tools more better that can be implemented in the learning in the classes. Then embedded videos, links to podcasts, infographics, and showcase our expertise and personal projects. The way most of them share the screens and showcase the personal. What are we doing in the class? Let the children learn. Let the children pick up. That is going to help them learn. And that are consistent across LinkedIn, personal websites, and other social media websites. Number 7, and the last one is engage ourselves with our network meaningfully. We all are here to network meaningfully, content created, knowledge outdated, and up to mark with the curated words that we need to highlight. Regularly comment or like and share posts. Comment if you really agree. Comment and like if you really find it worth liking. Just random connecting and sharing of congratulations and sharing of wonderful. Let us keep posting remarks on people who are doing good work. The children are going to observe us and are going to become the same kind of learners as us. And that is all for today. Don't engage superficially and or only when you need something. So breaking boundaries for a sustainable future, I would like to say rebuild, reuse, and re-evolve, breaking all the boundaries and connecting with each other globally. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Sonal. So you're also the mentor along with Dr. Pratik with Mr. Nahid Raza. It is nice when you hear your mentee mention a mentor. But I was inspired because I'm also a vice principal of our school when you mentioned about the importance of imparting experiential learning to our students. But I really love because I was able to make an acronym using your name. S is storytelling. You mentioned about storytelling. Sonal. So study. When you diligently narrate stories that would inspire students to be the future potential, what would they be in the future? When you study and diligently engage with your materials, strive to have a deeper understanding of what's life about. When you mention about the poem in the midst of hatred, there's love. It's also a prayer among us Christians, Catholic. So Lord, make me a channel of your peace. So the poem transcends. So when she said the brotherhood of man transcends the dogma of religion. Education actually is the language that makes us one, regardless of our countries, regardless of the barriers or boundaries that people try, or politicians in that matter, sorry to say, that set us apart. O is also when you organize your thoughts and notes clearly, your schedules. So O is for your name is organization. N is for navigate. When you navigate all those ideas into seven, it comes to mind how deeply involved when you navigate all the years through the years, how you help your students guide to them to be better citizens, not only of their country but as globals also.
I would like to share something over here. Is when we're experimenting in the class with the children, we need to fuse it when the children are not able to pick up the skills. So what are we going to do? We need to bring the children on the front, give them the importance, make them feel special. Because when you infuse poetries, poems, languages in between the academic learning, children pick up learning more faster. And that is what we need to break the boundaries in the classes also. As educators, as adult humans, we need to incorporate these strategies in the classes so that children become academically excellent also, as well as become excellent individuals later on in life. So we need more of educated humans rather than random textbook learners.
Yes, thank you. So A, for your son, for your A is application. What you learn in life, what you learn in the room, you apply it in real life situations.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
your
you. Thank
L,
you, Srinivas.
you didn't say it directly, but you lead your students. You're making them leaders in their own right. When you
Thank you so
take
much.
initiative in your learning journey and inspire others by being leaders
Definitely.
in their rights. So Sonal means everything to you: study, organize, navigate, apply, and lead. Thank you, Ma'am Sonal.
Thank
So
you so
hope
much. Thank you,
to
Jeannie ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm really inspired. So regardless of the time that we spend, this is actually quality time. So moving to our next speaker. Okay, so joining us is from a beautiful country at Lebanon, Miss Maha Shade, a leading training consultant and global education leader. As the president of IIU ISDC and country director for Lebanon at the International Internship University, she plays a crucial role in enhancing educational strategies and outcomes. Let us welcome Ms. Maha Shade.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
It's okay. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to giving me the chance to be with you today. Really grateful and appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders, fellow innovators, and change maker. Actually, we gather here today at the crossroads of technology and human potential, a juncture where the future is being actually shaped and opportunities for unprecedented growth abound. Steve Jobs actually famously said, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. This actually resonates deeply as we explore the transformative power, especially artificial intelligence and its profound impacts on education and the global success. Because actually today, being in the 8 editions of business conference, we can't speak about breaking boundaries without speaking about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence actually is no longer a future concept. Actually, it's a force that reshaping industries and it's reshaping societies. It is really in the realm. If I'm gonna focus in the realm of education, AI is poised to revolutionize the way we learn, teach, and collaborate. By whether, for example, by personalized learning experience, breaking down geographical barriers, and providing intelligent support. AI actually is empowering students to reach their full potential. Can you imagine a world? Just we have a question. Can you imagine a world where every students are going to have an access to a tailored education, aligned with their unique strengths, taking into consideration their strengths, their weakness, their interests, and their learning style? AI actually can help us to do that. Adaptive learning platform and can analyze the students' data in order to identify the knowledge gap and provide target interventions. This means that no students is left behind, and that's our target. That no students, especially nowadays, we can't speak about the global success, and we still have students who are left behind. And everyone has the opportunity to excel. When it comes to AI, it can help us to have access. It have all access to education. AI driven translation and language processing. We can bridge. Actually, it's very important to bridge the digital divide and connect learners from different parts across the world. Imagine a global classroom where students from different cultures and different backgrounds, they are going to collaborate on a project, share ideas, and develop a deeper understanding of our interconnected world. And that's exactly what we're having today. We just have distinguished leaders, distinguished speakers from different countries across the world. We are sharing experience, we are sharing insights together. But AI impacts goes beyond it. I'm not here just to speak about how AI is going to goes beyond individual learning. Actually, I'm focusing on how it can break down, how AI can break down geographical barriers, connecting students across the globe to world-class teacher and diverse perspective. AI actually can remove language. With AI, for example, we can put language barriers aside. We can foster collaboration, and we can foster culture exchange. Think about if a student, for example, imagine we have just students in a remote village in Lebanon or any village. Now, for example, they can learn from a professor. They can learn, for example, from professional teachers in California, in India, in Brazil, in Indonesia, anywhere across the world. So that's why it's very important. Very important. This is the future, actually. This is the future of education, a future where location, where we have no boundaries, a future where location is no longer a barrier to opportunity. And you can have, whether in any part of the world, you can have your opportunity. You just need to think in a good way. You need to think and use technology in a good way. However, the integrations of AI in education is not without a challenge. Sure, we're not talking about the magic and forgetting the challenge we are going to face as educator or as a student. Issues, for example, such as the data privacy, the algorithm basis, for example, and the need for teachers and training must be sure addressed in order to break barriers and in order to be able to use it for a global success. It is crucial to ensure, we need to ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly without the well-being of students at the top priority. We should take into consideration the well-being of our students. We should take into consideration the privacy of our students. We should take into consideration how we use it in the rightful way, and respecting our students to be able to realize actually the full potentials of AI in education. We need to do a collaborative efforts involving whether the policymakers, involving the educators, and sure, we need to take into consideration the technologists and the industry leaders in order to achieve such types of a global success. By working together, sure, together we can make a great change. By working together, we can develop frameworks that invest in research, that we can invest in the development, and we can create actually a supportive environments for innovation. Because in such a world, teaching can be far away from innovations. No more we need, for example, a passive learner. We need a creative learner who are able to innovate, who are able to think in a critical way, who are able to collaborate, not to just listen to their teacher. Maybe they are going to be more creative than their teacher. Just in order, because we have a short time, I would like just to have a call for action before I'm going to conclude my speech. Let us embrace the opportunities actually presented by artificial intelligence and use it as a tool to create a more equitable. It's very important to create equitable, inclusive, and prosperous futures for our students, the future generation, who are going to be the leaders of change. If we want them actually to be leader, active generation, by investing in education and by leveraging the power of artificial intelligence, actually we can build a world where every individual has the chance to succeed. The time for action actually is now. Let us break boundaries, as we mentioned. Let us foster innovations, because innovation is essential, especially in our society nowadays, and the advance and the rapid change of everything. And let us build a future where education is the great equalizer. Together, actually, we can create a world where every individual has the chance to reach their full potential. I would like to thank you for giving me the chance to be with you, for giving me the chance to hear from experts in different fields and in different industries. Actually, I had the chance to hear from many of them, and it was really, they were all amazing. Thank you. I don't want to exceed the allocated time, and it was a great pleasure to be with you.
Oh, thank you very much for a very, very thought-provoking presentation. You touched on a lot of topics that I think we all will be considering in education, and that's the breakdown of geographical barriers through technology. So if a student has access to the internet, reliable access to the internet, then they can benefit from teachers from all over the world. We've seen that through our own work here, that people have learning platforms that people can access and get some instruction from. But I like your whole concept of no student left behind, because that's so important. Every policymaker needs to make sure that education is always a priority. We don't always see that. Sometimes when money gets tight, the first thing that's cut are important programs in education. It's just wrong. And we have to stop that. But I think the key point that I loved of your presentation so much is when you talked about passive versus creative learners. What a concept. And I'm going to really think about that and employ that more in my work. So thank you so much for coming here today. I'd like to thank everybody who participated. And would my esteemed co-host and colleague, Dr. Noli, like to make closing remarks? Okay, I'm just so fabulous. I can keep going, huh?
Yes, you'll be fabulous. Remember, when we talk about education, it's not only lifelong learning, but lifelong discussion, especially with all those great minds here. Okay, as we draw this insightful session to a close, I hope each of us, each of you is walking away inspired and just to think outside the box, but to break it apart and redefine what's possible. Today's discussions on breaking boundaries and innovating for business success have showcased that the only limits we truly have are those we place on ourselves. Let's carry forward the spirit of innovation and boldness, not baldness. I'm not mentioning Mike here. Implementing the practical tools and creative strategies we've explored today. Together, let's continue to push as Fusha or Fusha, regardless of mispronunciation, the envelope, pioneering new paths and crafting success stories that will inspire the next generation of leaders. Thank you all for your active participation and commitment to excellence. Safe travels and let's keep innovating. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. It was marvelous to see you. Thank you for your wonderful contributions. You made the world a more enlightened and warmer and loving place than when we started 3 hours ago. So thank you so much and see you next time.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, my friend, Dr. Nada.
Thank you.
A newfound friend, so now who just admin confirm me, Dr. Philip Lam. You look really serious, but hope you have a joyful next time when we meet. And Yana, a best presenter when you market. Mike will buy all of your merchandise. And also,
$1,000.
yes, and also our beautiful Lebanese from I think Miss 1997 beauty pageant from Lebanon. I think Miss Masha they will be a shoe-in when it comes to education. And also thanks to Dr. Juwari from Indonesia and my dear friend Dr. Joseph Refugio, who always in the background but would like to share many thoughts about education among 3,000 students of his in his college. Also, Isabel from Peru, who is riding at the back of the seat. Hopefully, someone drives him travel home safely. And Dr. Raymond, thank you. In spite of the failure of internet, we always fail forward and look forward that we and quickly recover from our failures when it comes to technology. Okay, Jasmine, Ma'am Jasmine.
Hello, Doc Nolly.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you well. It sounds like AI.
Yeah, I'm really
AI.
I'm really sorry if I can't open the camera. I always having a problem with my computer. But anyway,
Raymond, we
I
are
just
with
want to
you.
express my yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Nada, Ma'am Sonal, Ma'am Maha, Ma'am Yana, Sir Mike, Sir Lam, Ma'am Jasmine, Sir Jawari, Sir Joseph, Ma'am Isabel, and the rest of all of the international speaker. I'll just want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you who took the time to share your valuable insights and experience at the 8th edition of this International Business Conference. Your contribution have been truly inspiring and have added tremendous value to the event. And of course, I would like to extend a special thank to Dr. Noli and Madam Jenny Rapstead for their unwavering commitment to hosting this business conference. Your dedication and hard work have made this event a resounding success, and we are truly grateful for your support. So, once again, thank you to all of you, and we look forward to continuing this journey, our learning and growth together in the future. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Say
Bye-bye.
goodbye.